Well, we know Angel Reese has definitely been in the headlines, man, after erupting in a press conference, pretty much swearing at reporters. And I'm here to tell you today is another day of the Angel Reese drama because she has simply smacked the clipboard out of an assistant coach's hands.
Angel Reese just smacked a clipboard out of her coach's hand, and the WNBA acted like it was a TikTok dance challenge. No suspension, no fine, just a wave of social media memes and a highlight reel that's already looping on ESPN. What happened on that sideline wasn't just a meltdown, it was a masterclass in unfiltered chaos. And depending on who you ask, it was either the peak of toxic entitlement or the kind of raw passion the league needs more of. One thing's for sure, the drama is hotter than ever, and the WNBA just handed Angel Reese the keys to the entire league. Buckle up, because this story goes way deeper than one clipboard slap. Hit that like button, subscribe to Spotlight WNBA, and let's dive into the chaos.
This is some Bush League lack of respect. This behavior can't happen. It can't happen. Look at that. Slap a keyboard out of the coach's hand. They ought to give you 2 to 5 games for that.
It was supposed to be just another tight game for the Chicago Sky, but instead of X's and O's, the real action happened courtside when Angel Reese slapped a clipboard clean out of her assistant coach's hand on national television during a live game. With the whole world watching, it didn't look like a mistake. It didn't feel accidental. This wasn't heat of the moment. This was a full-on WWE moment, live on the hardwood. A slap so jarring, the assistant coach practically evaporated from the camera shot. Fans were left wondering, did the clipboard insult her family? Did it call her overrated? Whatever it did, it caught hands. But the outburst was just the tip of the drama iceberg.
It's tough when you talk to officials and I ask them, hey, we only shot 2 free throws. We only went to the free throw line twice up into the fourth quarter. And she tells me it's not her job. It's frustrating. And I don't give a damn if I get fined because that's cheap. And I am tired of it because I've been nice and I've been humble with it, but I am tired.
Barbie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Barbie? The emotional decline continues for Angel Reese.
The internet split faster than a fast break. Half of social media demanded an immediate suspension, calling it one of the most disrespectful acts by a professional athlete toward a coach. The other half, they were out here crafting collages of Angel Reese set to Beyoncé tracks and calling her a misunderstood queen. Some compared her to Serena Williams, except Serena never needed to body slam office supplies to assert dominance. One viral TikTok even called it leadership redefined. But make no mistake, this wasn't leadership, it was a meltdown. And the fact that it was instantly reframed as passion, that says more about the NBA than it does about Reese. But what if this wasn't just a random blow-up?
Did you slap the clipboard out of her hand? Why do you guys hate Angel Reese so much? The Angel Reese hate is so forced. This is why we hate the bricklaying sloth. She has a terrible attitude, awful, toxic. This is why she has no friend. This is why the world hates her, except for the Black Clan and the Black Clan panders, man. I don't think I've ever seen a player slap the clipboard out of their coaching staff's hand. Look at it. Look at y'all bricklaying sloth.
Let's not pretend this was Angel's first brush with drama. We've seen the signs for months. Emotional press conferences, blaming refs, slamming the media, glaring at teammates, snapping at opponents. She's built a reputation not just for double-doubles, but double drama, dominating in points and pettiness. Remember the viral moment when she called out a reporter for asking about defense, or when she lashed out about officiating even after going to the line a dozen times? This is part of the pattern. Angel Reese doesn't explode, she detonates. And still, the league says nothing.
I was like, good God, she can't get out of her own way. And I don't give a rat's how frustrated she is. The Chicago Sky should suspend her for this. They won't because they're too damn scared of her.
Here's where things get really uncomfortable. The WNBA has been dead silent on Reese's behavior. No statement, no fine, not even a public slap on the wrist. Now imagine if Caitlin Clark had done the same thing. Let's be honest, there would have been a league-wide emergency Zoom call. CNN op-eds, think pieces from every ESPN host. Skip Bayless would have popped a blood vessel on air. But Angel, she gets a highlight reel, a PR team spin cycle, and maybe even a new sponsor. The hypocrisy is staggering. Why? Because controversy sells. And Angel Reese is the league's biggest controversy machine, and the numbers prove it. But if you thought that was bad,
I'm not one to blow up negativity, but Angel Reese supposed to be leading young women and being a great example to girls and kids all over the world. Well, I'm here to tell you, she was not leading by example today.
let's talk about the actual game. Angel Reese went to the free throw line 15 times. Yes, you heard that right. 15. How? On one play, she literally tripped over her own feet while backing into Aaliyah Edwards and still got the call. Chicago Sky fans didn't know whether to celebrate or apologize to the referees. Opposing fans were livid. One said, "At this point, the refs are just part of her entourage." Another joked, "She's going to the line so much, she's paying rent there." It's hard not to feel like the whistle favors her, and when other players get mugged and don't get a single call, that's a problem. But what really broke the internet was what she did after the final buzzer.
It looked like Angel Reese definitely erupted during a press conference immediately after the Minnesota Lynx games because of the WNBA referees.
Four quarters. Is there something positive that you kind of take away from this game going into the next game with the Mystics?
Yeah, I think we fought really hard. It's tough when you talk to officials and I asked them, "Hey, we only shot we only went to the free throw line twice up into the fourth quarter," and she tells me it's not her job. So I know it's frustrating because I know how hard we're battling inside. And I think that we came down and fought as hard as we could with what we had. And I just know that we continue to grow in this. And I think it's the leaping step for us. And obviously we know we can compete with the best, but that has to be fixed. And I don't give a damn if I get fined because that shit cheap. And I am tired of the shit because I've been nice and I've been humble with it, but I am tired of the shit.
In the press conference, Angel went full scorched earth. She blasted the refs. She blasted the league. She even said, I don't give a damn if I get fined. The media ate it up. TikTok clipped it, ESPN ran it, and the fans, they either celebrated her as the voice of the voiceless or begged for someone to bench her, but Reese doesn't care. Every outburst earns her more headlines, more followers, more clout. She knows the WNBA won't touch her. She's untouchable. And what did that do for the team? Well,
the referees blew every whistle. Like, I'm not joking. There was one play where Angel Reese dribbled backwards. She backed into Aaliyah Edwards and tripped over her own feet and got free throws.
Let's not forget, Chicago lost again. Even with Reese's stat line, even with 15 free throws, even with that clipboard flying across the sideline like a paper airplane in a middle school fight. The team isn't winning. The assistant coach probably needs therapy. And fans are left asking, is she helping or hijacking the team? Because no matter how many points she scores, the chaos follows. And in the end, chaos doesn't win games, but maybe that's not the point anymore.
I would be worried about Angel Reese demanding a trade. Earlier in the season, she had no one to blame but herself, but over the last 4, maybe 5 weeks, Angel Reese has been dominant and you're still losing.
Here's the truth nobody wants to say. The WNBA has officially traded discipline for drama. The more unhinged the player, the bigger the spotlight. Tantrums aren't punished, they're monetized. Players don't need to win, they just need to trend. The scoreboard is optional. The sideline meltdowns are mandatory. The league used to be about competition, now it's about clips. And Reese, she's not a player anymore. She's a brand, a walking storyline, a one-woman ratings boost, and it's only going to get worse.
You know, this is something that has been talked about by so many other people, but guess what? You've been ignoring it, and now Angel Reese is screaming about it, and do certain people want to take heed and listen? Oh, yeah. It's the group that likes to hate on another player who, and I mean, we largely see the amount of bad calls by officials in these games. And I have said from the beginning, the officiating in the WNBA is absolutely terrible.
Are you kidding me? That is one of the most disrespectful acts I've ever witnessed by a professional athlete towards their coach, one of their coaches. I mean, wow. Wow. What are we doing?
So what happens next? The WNBA won't suspend her. They'll probably give her a documentary. ESPN will run a Behind the Meltdown feature. Someone will start selling clipboards with her face on them. They'll sell out in minutes. Angel Reese is now the league's biggest story, not because she's the best player, but because she's the most dramatic. And drama equals dollars. But what about the league's reputation? What about accountability? What about the young girls watching? Nobody seems to care. If this is the future of women's basketball, where outbursts are currency and tantrums are endorsements, then we're not watching sports anymore. We're watching reality TV with a shot clock. Angel Reese is winning the headlines, but the WNBA is losing something bigger, yet credibility. Until someone in leadership stands up and says, this isn't okay, it's only going to get worse. Because when the biggest star in your league smacks a clipboard out of her coach's hand and walks away with applause, you're not running a league, you're running a circus. If you agree, hit that like button, subscribe to Spotlight WNBA, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Should Angel Reese be suspended, or is this just passion in the modern game? Let's talk about it.